Yo, what's going on, guys? Spetty here, and it's a Townsfolk deck today. If you haven't seen the combo of Townsfolk and King of Beggars, your mind is going to be blown. Because every time you trigger a point or a coin off King of Beggars, it's also going to give your Townsfolk a point. So, if you have Savola, 9 coins on King of Beggars, and you play Savola, obviously that's a whole bunch of points anyway, but for every Townsfolk on the board, that's also plus 9 points. So, that's already 13. But then with your line pocket auxiliary charges as well, you can have 6 of those, so 6 more points. And every time you get any kind of profit, whether that is through playing a crime card in line pockets, whether that's through spawning a card with a scribe down on the board, these townsfolk can get huge. And we're going to make multiple of them. We've got Megascopes, we've got Igor, we've got Idarin as well, for all sorts of ways of making more townsfolk. Now, you've also got Fallen Knights in this deck. They're going to be your other target for things like Igor, Idarin, and Megascopes. They really scale well. Like if you've got Igor on Fallen Knights, you can just keep going for those. Board space definitely an issue with this deck, for sure. Cleaver also just a nice value card in line pockets, but he's also spawning as well as giving you a high-end spender. Spawning being important for your Fallen Knights and also for your scribes to get some more coin generation. The big difference though in this deck really compared to the versions I've played of this before is excommunication, 5 provisions now. That's not, you know, a huge change. This card is fantastic at 5 provisions. It really is great. It's like a nice consistency tool. Think how many other consistency tools you can play at 5 provisions in the game. There's Maxi. Is there any others? Not really, right? Apart from like discard type cards. But this is looking at the top 3 cards from your deck and playing one of them if you target a 5-swan card. Obviously Maxi can help you out with that as well. Maxi are often going to put King of Beggars to the bottom. But if you don't click Maxi, you're going to know the order of your top decks of Exco. Damnation as well is just utterly bonkers in this one because you can create a second Hemelfart. And with a whole bunch of Fallen Knights in the graveyard, a whole bunch of Scribes in the graveyard, that's nuts. Also, you can get Helvede. I think you need to target a 6 strength card to get Helvede. That can also prove to be great if you've got a couple of Scribes in the back row. And then you Damnation, the front row, a Helvede. That's a whole bunch of points. You've also got Smuggles, Megascopes, the Eternal Fire Inquisitors, which you ideally want to target the 3 strength tokens of these, because then if you call these back in off Helvede, they're actually going to spawn that token as well. So they're like 7-point reses off of Helvede plus a spawn trigger. And finally, Line of Credit, which is one of my favorite cards in this deck because it's 8 profit, line pockets, and it can give you some board space. So ideally you want to target Megascopes. You can also target some low strength Zealots. Now, is this deck super competitive? No, it's definitely more on the fun side. I did get to Pro Ladder with this deck though. But if you're looking for a super competitive Syndicate deck, this is not the one. If you're looking to blow out your opponents, win some games, impress your friends, this is definitely a deck for you. I'm also going to try and make a more competitive version of this deck. So if you want to see that, let me know. But this is like the all-in, all-fun, no, as many points as we can muster with the combos. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Ta! Okay, so this matchup I believe is a bit of a stinker. When we played it last time, we got manhandled by front row Verno. So I think we need round control. Because all the waylays are also a big problem for us. We're an engine deck, right? We need to have our threats set up like Fallen Knights and Scribes. Excuse me. How do you rework War Elephant? Ooh, good question. Honestly, I ain't got a bloody clue. I don't think it's a million miles away from being decent.
We will take back what was stolen.
I don't know if this Azar was really the play. It's a little slow. Yeah, I think the Azar was not the play. Or maybe I should have just played a Fallen Knight before the Cleaver. I don't know.
Eternal fire, protect us.
I think a Smoggle gets me there now. Does it? Buffs this by I guess it only buffs us by 2.
Why should I, an elf, a sage, converse with an ape?
What? What a bizarre play.
I bet Krauser your first blood today. In the Order's name, I confiscate these goods.
So I'm just gonna go for the Eagle. Since I have no defender, I'm not really too optimistic about it anyway.
Give what we demand, not harm a hair on your wench's head.
The eternal fire lights our way.
blessings. Trading, fisting.
Let's go, baby.
Fire, protect us.
Our opponents played this rather horrendously.
You annoy me. What? 3 more copies?
So yeah, here I just go for the spawny boy rather than more Fallen Knights, just because it's going to give me extra coin value in the long run. Definitely a shame I didn't get more carryover.
Remove his cowl, then his ears.
Does feel like we're a little bit short on Firesworn tokens too. Like some more of the 4Ps that give us tokens, like the Spender guy, would be nice. So these mulligans were pretty weird, but to me it just feels like we're in a good position where we can try and like bleed the Feign Death, for example. Just make some efficient trades. So we should put King of Beggars to the bottom. And yeah, like our win con is just Savola plus enough coins. Just need to make sure we have enough profit. We could take the Exco this round. It's probably not all that next round. Damnation, I mean, is decent if I can find the Inquisitor. I guess that's the other thing I could do, is I could go in Nero for Inquisitor, but I think I'm just going to take the Exco here. I'm my worst card. Remember, this is the actual order my deck is going to be in. I guess I just take the 0 Tempo Megascope. Actually works out a coin profit as well, this Exco, so I guess we're passing here. Try and keep the Damnation. So we're hitting Inquisitor plus Fallen Knight on top. In fairness, we could even just like play this, right? Some more carryover. Probably just trades for a good gold. Why always Megascopes? Bro, I do love a Megascope. Particularly in this deck. I mean, in this deck, they're great. Because we play high-end... I mean, I think the thing is, like, as soon as you've got in Gwent the Megascope a way of making multiple copies of a card, there's just lots of interesting things you can do when there's very good bronze cards. Like, you look at Fledders, you look at Messengers of the Sea. In this deck, we've got Townsfolk, Fallen Knights, like these very high-end bronze cards, which you can make multiple versions of. Like, a Fallen Knight costs you 6 provisions, but a Fallen Knight for Megascope costs you 4. Furthermore, it also gives you a Darren value on deploy. So you can play a Megascope, and then when it's resolving, you play a Darren the following turn, and then suddenly it's a lot of points. So really the Fallen Knight is just a bait here. It's just gonna get answered. I mean, I guess we just get rid of it. We can still go for it. I guess a Darren is more likely though, as it's just a more difficult thing to answer. We just want the townsfolk to stick. We could of course also just go for a Megascope if we think the townsfolk will stick. It's also an option. It is very slow, yeah. But I mean, it can play for a lot of points. Like, you've got to bear in mind, like, Townsfolk in this round 3, if they don't get answered, are playing for, like, 13 points plus leader. So then a Megascope would play for the exact same amount, pretty much, as long as you can get all its value. But yeah, it's very slow, but it's also 4 provisions, you know? Like, it's not like it's costing you anything to put in your deck. It's potentially a very high amount of points. Good seeing Mosh. Congrats on the streams, mate. Looks like it's all going well, which is nice to see. So, yeah, the question is, like, are our townsfolk going to survive? We haven't seen Verno yet. We have seen Yavin. I think it's pretty unlikely that they're going to stick, which means we should maybe go for, like, a... I guess actually the big play is this, right? This is actually the big play.
This positively reeks of heresy.
It's just a lot of points. Going to spawn it back as a 3 strength. So this is also a big removal target.
Another month's coin gone in an instant.
We've just got to hope that they don't have ways of dealing with both of these. Front row Verno right now is definitely worth it to kill this guy. So Verno's going to deal 6 damage, which I can't protect this from. Looks like a loss. Unfortunately. As I say, this matchup is a bit of a problem for us. Teruvio. Okay, that's huge. GG. Ooh, yo, Rishi, what's up, my friend? Mate, did I reply to your message? I think I ghosted you, right? I think I did bad friend behavior. Guys, Rashid, the sweetie pie, messaged me to ask if I was okay. Isn't that just so cute? Let me close my window. This just got very noisy very quickly. Where I've got no flipping tokens.
I forgive you.
After this game, we'll move on. Maybe to... We could either try, like, this deck as, like, less memey. And like, actually try and build, like, a mid-range E-line pockets deck. Which I probably think is a pretty legit deck. How legit is the big question. Let's just do this.
Bollocks. It's my last quill.
Like, if this dies, it's just kind of carry over for Himmelfart. We just want it in the graveyard, really. We could try some Siege Stockpile, maybe. Guys, is the thingamajig, the Nightbot, working? Where it's like sending the... It is. It's just not doing a very good job, is it? Because it's written poorly. Alright, they go for the turncoat.
Your magic can't harm me. No magic can.
Seems like a shuffle. 1, 2, 3. I guess only 2 cards near the bottom. Eagle's kind of near the bottom too as well. I will fund the Neuromancy for the next round. The shuffle.
They will dance to our beat, sing to our tune.
Man, I'm kind of excited to make my own pet. I'm gonna like try. You guys already know I'm gonna try and make it as ugly as humanly possible, right? You guys already knew that though, right? Like, is there anything else to do but make your pet as ugly as humanly possible. Like, if I can make it poop out of its mouth, you best believe that's what I'm doing. You best believe that's what I'm going for.
He venerates not the fire.
Dude, that's broken. Can your pet have mutton chops? That's a good question. Mate, you best believe though, this is going to be a funny stream, mate. I'm pretty excited for it. My understanding is it's just a pretty chill, take it easy kind of game.
Nobody expects the Novigradish Inquisition.
Novigradish. I didn't know that was a word, guys, did you? The Novigradish Inquisition. Novigradish. That's true.
Fame and coin, all you need to push a man to murder.
Igor? Easy Igor click for Mage Torturer. Is it PC only? That's a very good question I should know the answer to. If you click the link there... Wait, something went wrong with the link. I mean, that's not good. So I've put the wrong link in. Mate, I am the worst. If you do edit com, okay, it's just like a normal command now. Edit com exclamation mark wobble dogs. Thank you so much. Let's just play this guy. I guess I shouldn't have put it in that row because... Oh my god, this is so dumb.
Not all dragons crave gold, but I do.
Mate, I actually bottled this so hard, huh?
Mate, that was definitely Cleaver.
Mate, that was definitely Cleaver. What, are you telling me it wasn't? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Yo, Yanda. What a way to announce your sub, mate. Guys, what do you think about my beard at the moment? Any good? Oh, God. What do you guys think about my beard at the moment? So usually, I'll get it shorter here. Like, I'll trim this bit, but also this bit. But I decided to, like, not and actually see if I can, like, grow a beard. What, you don't like it? Well, you see this bit? Like, usually I'll trim this part too, but I was like, I can kind of let it go for a bit. Problem is my beard just grows down, not out. It's not great, is it? Go for this decision to play my flipping congregation thingamajig in the wrong row. It cost me a bit here. Never mind. I decided short around. Whatever. What could go wrong? Okay. There's a risk I hit King of Beggars, but I just said sod it, mate. I wanted to just try and find another money card, and I did. I did find another money card. Okay, the really important thing is not giving them flipping value, so Azar's the key card. We could Townsfolk leader charge, perhaps. If we wanted to start off with Townsfolk, but honestly... TD's beard. Bro, I wish I could grow a devil-driven beard, but I ain't got that in me. Don't hit the Azar. I mean, hit the Azar. That's what I meant to say. Okay, so the first big question is, what do we go for? Is it Townsfolks or Fallen Knights?
What do you think, dearie?
wise.
As you can see, I'm leaning towards townsfolk. This excommunication is looking a bit scuffed. That's my what's that guy called? I don't even remember. Happen impression.
I will see it done.
Yeah, the key thing is if they get access to Fallen Knight, guys, the amount of spawns they can get is pretty ridiculous. Like, it really is. I want to say we bottom decked King of Beggars with Maxi, actually, so if we have to just high roll the Exco, at least we can't hit it. Come on, guys. This is winnable. And again, no Fallen Knight. Very important. I guess this plus Townsfolk is also rather spooky, though.
Mind you, eyes, do you like them?
And this is just where we're so sad that there's no Igor, right? I don't know if I have a mulligan Igor. I doubt it. Like, imagine we had Igor now. Jeez. Three townsfolk down on the board. It's probably not going to get any better than that at any point. If they don't answer, they should just go Fallen Knight, right? They go for Exco. I mean, I guess that makes sense. They know you can hit. Please don't hit the flip in. Please don't hit the one strength townsfolk. Alright. So the option here is still there for us to Sam. Wow. The option is still very much there for us to Sam leader. We could also just go Fallen Knight first, though. Do we really gain that much from going Fallen Knight first? Not particularly. I guess we'd also like to Exco the townsfolk, though. Not the townsfolk, the Azar or this. Do you know what? Let's go full greed. It's a bit unnecessarily risky, though, I think. Maybe I could have like taken some needed charges. I'm just kind of dreaming of Igor though, like for more points. No, they invoted Darren. Which, I mean, it does kind of make some sense.
My duty? To stick my nose where it
So actually go for the
doesn't
townsfolk instead. Now I'm just gonna flip in, do this.
I curse your name! I damn your soul!
That was not so good. Over profit. So they have Terra Nova. And I mean, Muzzle would be very, very good for them here.
Yes, you! Have you made your offering? That one! He venerates not the fire!
As you see, Nilfgaard does Nilfgaard things. Let's see though, have we got enough? We have a lot of points, chat.
I won't let you.
Oof! Oof! Jesus, that's a lot of points. Let's go. Let's go! Jesus. Alright, I think we've got to try and like make a better version of this deck. I've played a bunch of games with this one now, so I'll record a YouTube intro. But okay. An ear in hand is always nice. We have a couple of the old Fallen Knights. The Inquisitor boy. Anacred looks bad here. These are good. Also do want to develop the graveyard. I don't really know what we're supposed to mulligan here. I guess we go like Scribe, Smuggle, Inquisitor. Seems fine. We want to develop the graveyard, right, for the LV. We don't want to play these either. Like, if this guy dies, we don't care. Smuggle's now suddenly so good in this deck as well. I've been playing Gwent for almost 5 years. Which is a long time. Yeah, Smuggle's just insane here. It's like it's essentially like the Devotion version. It's like a non-Devotion Mutants Maker. Unless it dies and then we can't play our Inquisitors on it. That's not ideal.
This positively reeks of heresy.
Bro, my hairline's good. What do you mean? I've just got a big forehead. What's wrong with my flipping hairline, dude? Hey, GHT. Not very well, thank you. Everton are going down. Apart from that, I'm good. How are we? That's proper Scouse thing to say, mate. To the send that leads to. How are we? I have that McDonald's M. What the hell does that even mean? What does that even flipping mean, though? Bro.
How low we have fallen.
Bro, this deck is probably pretty good, I reckon. Like, for a deck that looks like this. Like, don't get me wrong, it's probably a bit of a shit deck. Okay, I should probably stop playing into this. It's right, they don't have another one, guys. Or a natural selection or another Toe Prince. Here's where the Oberon comes in it.
The fire cannot burn without the proper fuel. What? 3 more copies?
We're over profiting a little bit with the cleaver here. This just survives. Bro, Hemmelfire is so juiced and we have 2? How is this fair? We have 2 flipping Hemmelfarts, guys. Bro. Mate, this is insane. How good this card is for this deck. It really is. Because if you Damnation an 8, you get a second Hemmelfart. Nice. Big win, that.
Halt! In the Order's name, I confiscate these goods. If it ain't simply and wild. Get out, you bold-faced baby.
Bro! Are you dumb? Are you flipping dumb?
Get out, you bold-faced baby.
So I could suicide a Fallen Knight here for another Hemmelfart. It's kind of where we're just lacking a little bit of the tokens though, right? I mean, we can obviously Igor. Maybe Igor for Scribe is better though, I don't know. I think we're supposed to do this, right?
The eternal fire lights our way.
Venerates not the fire. Come at me if you must. But don't take this sword a toy.
Yeah, unfortunately, like if we had the smuggle on this guy, he's actually gonna play like a. He's gonna spawn the smuggle thing as well, right? But unfortunately, we don't.
The tongue can conceal the truth. The eyes never.
What should we do?
Oh, you've done it now.
Let's just do that.
You, yes, you! Have you made your offering?
I have enough coins. This is good because it's some coins, which I think we're a little bit short on. Megascope's also pretty good. Bro, that first goal that Ronaldo scored, I got 50 quid from. What a winner.
Soon you shall transform and receive the gift of life.
Pretty impressed with this deck. I'm going to throw it out there, guys. Like the Exco buff and especially the Damnation buff and the Inquisitor buff. You guys think you've seen it all, by the way. Trust me, we're just getting started. No cap. But that is a bit of a pain, champ. Do they have any more 4 damage removal? I guess a Bruiser would do it. I guess also Oberon should do 1 leader charge, right? It's definitely like more of a meme deck, like don't get me wrong. But yeah, I do think there's a way of breaking the game somehow with some of these cards. And it felt like this was a better way of going about it.
They shall not be lost.
Oh, don't dare cross me. My friend here will tear you to pieces.
Do you have a loyalty discount?
Oof! Okay, guys, we're popping off. It's a shame about the leader situation.
Medic, no need. Wounded don't survive here.
Guys, get ready for a sea of green. I hope you're ready for the sea of green, mate. I hope I have enough coins. I do, right? This card is flipping 8 profit, mate. It's ridiculous. It's actually over profiting for me. Oh, I can't click it. Rippers. So sad. They think it's all over? Oh, guys, how are we so far behind? What an easy win.
Oh, I love this job.
The fuck with me, guys. I really do this. Come on.